What did you see in the film that maybe stood out to you or changed thoughts about the way those two games went? What you need to do as a team going forward?
I think we just got outworked. I think we worked hard, trying to get back on the offensive end, but we didn't work as hard on the defensive end. And, I think both teams got out in transition a lot, and, they pushed the ball forward.
What kind of fixes do you guys need to make in transition defense?
We just got to get back as a team, back on defense. That's about it. If we had to get back on defense, 80% of the time we would have probably won both of those games. But, it's just something that we've seen and that we can correct for sure.
When Jaylen Hands is playing the way he did in the first half against North Carolina, what does that do for your team when he's able to play at that level?
It helps out everybody, share the ball. And, I think our team runs through our point guard. And, for him to do that, we all run through him. And when he's doing good, we all do good.
Did Carolina pressure him a little bit more in the second half, hurry him up a little bit, do you think? Because he went from 8 assists to 1 in the second half.
Maybe a little bit of him and just the whole team overall. I think they denied their wings a little harder, so it might have, it didn't help him a lot to, get the balls to the wings and stuff. So, as a team, I think, we got too comfortable and, it didn't work out like we wanted to.
When you're playing teams like Carolina and Michigan State, what do you learn from playing teams like those that have so much talent and also experience?
Just both top 10 teams, just getting experience and seeing other real good teams, I think that's going to help us out in the future. And, they're tremendous teams, but I think we still should have won.
What's kind of your mindset going into this 4-game homestand here? You're actually playing some good teams with Hawaii's beating Utah, LMU's undefeated.
Yeah.
What do you kind of see as the challenge ahead right now for you guys in this next 2 weeks?
We can't lose at home. These are 4 tough games that we have to win, and right before we get back on the road and, finish it off with, the Cincinnati and, Ohio State stuff. So, hopefully just get the win and keep watching film and getting better.
When you do play against those experienced guys you were talking about, what are some of the little things that they do, like the fifth-year guys at North Carolina, the Luke Mays, people like that? What are the little things they do that you maybe can learn from their experience?
Real physical guys, just a lot smarter. They've been around. It's not so much, just smaller teams where they just, have one move and you just block it and, keep going to the next play. It's just they keep working and they play hard. They play harder than some of these other teams that we have played. So, it's just good.
It seemed like the team kind of went the way you went. 8 assists in the first half, you guys have the lead. Second half, 1 assist. Carolina comes back. Did you kind of see that when you looked at the film?
Yeah, I thought they made some good defensive adjustments. I thought they started denying the wings more and they switched ball screens. So for me, just seeing how I can attack that better. I thought the first half I got downhill a lot and I thought I was getting people open, so just focusing on that next time.
What did that feel like when you were out there that first half, making all those passes and playing that way?
It felt good. I want to do more of that. So I think for me it was a really good learning experience. I learned a lot. So just to get out there and, redo kind of stuff I was doing in the first half.
Can you and the team take that first half against North Carolina and use it as a blueprint for the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Me and Taj talk a lot, me and Coach Alford talk a lot, so just taking that experience and putting it on the court next time around.
Coach Alford was saying that first half was the best he's seen you play in your year, little over a year here. Would you agree with that?
I would, yeah.
Would you say it's because of the passing primarily, the 8 assists? Is that what makes you think it was the best?
That's just the stats part of it, but I thought I did a really good job of getting downhill and creating. So the stats came out of it. It could be, laying the ball up. It could be assists. It could just be getting the extra rotation. So I want to focus on, just getting downhill more.
In that second half, Coach Alford said he felt like you were kind of hurried. Did it feel like that when you were on the court, that they were hurrying you up?
I wouldn't say I was hurried. I was more confused. They switched the defense up a lot. Like in the first half, they were stringing out the big. In the second half, they were switching. Instead of pressuring on the switch, they kind of backed up. So I was dribbling a lot more, trying to figure it out. But, talking with Tyus and coming up with a different game plan, I feel more confident next time that will happen.
Have you seen that kind of defensive switch in the second half from other teams you've played in the Pac-12 or just in your career so far?
Not so much. Last year I was more off the ball, so I didn't really see that. So probably Aaron saw it a lot. But being the primary ball handler, that was probably the first time.
How would you kind of assess your play overall and the growth you've had since freshman year to now?
Different roles. I think I've shown a lot of flashes of what I could be. But for me, I want to get a lot better at, in the first half, I thought I think I do a really good job getting downhill and making plays. So just making that transition to doing that more and making good decisions once I get to open spots is what I want to be good at.
Now that you're on the ball a lot more, how critical is it having a coach like Tyus who's played literally the same position as you here?
It's very helpful because he understands the growth of it. He understands like the troubles, the struggles. So it's very helpful. We talk a lot, so I love it.
Anything else?
You guys have a 4-game homestand here. I know it's still early in the season, but after dropping those 2 games, do you feel kind of a sense of urgency go up with these 4 games coming up, especially at home?
I mean, there should always be a sense of urgency, but for me, what I would want to see is, we carry over habits from the last game. So I don't, even if we're winning, like I want to be able to carry over habits, stuff that we know that would translate into a game against a top 10 team like we just been playing. So that's my biggest focus.
How close would you say you are to being ready to play as many minutes as you can right now?
I mean, the minute restriction came off last game, and it's just going to take me here a couple of days, to get game speed and practice and run up and down the court, which I haven't done in a few weeks. So I say it should come really fast, though, real soon, within a few days.
How much of a tone setter is Jaylen when you look at that first half with the 8 assists against North Carolina and what he can do for you guys if he's doing that?
It was great to see that, and he can really distribute the ball when he puts his mind to it. And I was glad to have him on my side because he was really passing the ball well. He was leading us and communicating with us, and I think he did a great job with that.
How big of a role do the big men have, in transition offense and defense, just running to both ends of the floor?
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's role is just as important, whether it's rebounding, whether it's scoring, whether it's, encouraging somebody on the bench and clapping us. We're all one team. So at the end of the day, all roles are important. So as big men, we got to make sure we rebound, finish in the paint. Everybody has their own roles that they have to do.
What can you guys learn from North Carolina made a lot of defensive adjustments in the second half, and Jaylen said that threw him off just a little bit. What can you learn from what they showed you guys, and if you had seen that before?
Yeah, we learned a lot when we watched that film, and we just know that we're a young team, and we got some guys that was their 5th college basketball game. A lot of guys. So at the end of the day, all we can do is go back, watch film, and we saw that they killed us in transition. We saw where they hurt us, and we see that, and we step on the court again, and we work on that and get better and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you consider yourself one of those young guys? Because you didn't play at all last year either.
Yeah, for sure. Just, getting my feet wet, getting some experience, have my 2nd college game under my belt. But, I was just excited to be out there, honestly. I've been hanging out with the guys and being in the locker room and, going with them through this whole process. So I'm glad I can finally step on the court and help my team out.
Did you like the fact that your first 2 games came against teams of that caliber?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. At the end of the day, I was just ready to step on the court and help my teammates out in any way possible.